Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Realms of the Haunting, and when last we left off, we were dealing with this puzzle here.
Etched star. Topmost point's colored red.
Must be a clue.
It may be a clue. We're going to solve this puzzle now because I got these two mixed up here. For this one is blue, and this one here is indigo. Just like last time I got that mixed up. And what do we get? We get a key.
Colored key. Aren't those the colors of the rainbow?
Yes, all 7.
We want that. Let us now leave. What we also want to do is we want to look at the last room we've not yet looked in, and that is this one. You may think it looks pretty ordinary.
Floor looks odd, don't you think?
Yes. Can't put my finger on it though.
We are not equipped to deal with that room yet. Not even in the slightest. We are, however, now equipped to deal with this room here. Let's try and open it.
Halt, ring-bearer! Know this! To enter you must speak unto me the words of passing. The warning is given.
Fair enough. If we get this wrong, not only do we get hurt, but it also counts as our one warning against waking up Raysiel. The one thing you do not want to do here is ask Rebecca's advice. Rebecca's advice in this instance is very, very bad. Fortunately, we know the answer, and that's spirit.
Guardian, the word of passing is spirit. Open to me.
And open the door does. What we need right now is we need this flask here.
It's a ceramic flask, warm to the touch. There's some sort of hot liquid inside. No obvious smell or anything.
I'm sure it'll come in useful for something.
It will. We'll grab it. Excellent. And then we'll get out of here. There's no real reason to hang around.
Flames are gone now.
Perhaps because we took that flask.
Perhaps because we took the flask. The flask is in fact very, very important.
It's a ceramic flask, warm to the touch. There's some sort of hot liquid inside. No obvious smell or anything.
I'm sure it'll come in useful for something.
It will. What it's going to come in useful for is, remember when we were exploring all these rooms? There was one room that had a floor covered in ice? Wasn't that room? That room did not have a floor covered in ice. And that room has the lock there. That room we opened with the pipes. This room, I think, was the one that had ice in it. We can use this on the... There we go.
God, it's cold in here.
It would have been much worse had we not have actually used that, that flask.
Silver, covered in some script.
Magical runes. They indicate some magic connected to sound. Lack of sound, actually.
Very, very important. That's what we're going to use to open the, or to go through the room that we don't have the, that has the odd floor. We're gonna wear these. Double-clicking there is important, much like it was with the earplugs, because we're not making any noise now. We're not going to make any noise when we pass through here, which is very important because this floor is very squeaky.
Locked.
We don't have the key currently equipped to get in, but I do believe we want the rainbow key. There we go. Let's go in here and see what's inside.
Just a small chest. Hey, there's something in here.
What is it?
There are a few things in here. There is a potion, and this gem.
Look at the colors in this.
They're the rainbow colours, aren't they?
Yes, they are. We'll grab that.
Locked.
And the door is locked because we don't have the key equipped. Now, I think we've actually been in every single room. Pretty sure we've been in every single room now of this place. Which now means we need to use the gem that we've just got. I think we can also stop equipping that. Use the gem that we just got here on this. There we go. This makes this work here. Now, if memory serves, this is the final actual puzzle, and it is a very, very tricky, tricky puzzle. You know all these gems? We do not want to set off...
There is a great power here.
I have a strong feeling that gem is the focus.
It's calling to you. I think you must have something it needs.
What we're going to do right now is we're going to be very, very careful, because what we want right now is not to activate any of these orbs. These orbs are actually very, very dangerous. We want to get over to there. The problem is we cannot and should not move into any of these. We want to get over to here actually first, but if we see any of the orbs within view, we've got to be very careful. Very, very careful. I'm currently holding down the crouch button. Holding it down. We can get sort of along the way here. I think we need to go this way now. It's not as difficult as you'd think. But you've still got to be very, very careful, because you don't want to collide with any of these. They make a lot of noise. They make a lot of noise if you do that. And I'm pretty sure I actually collided with some of these the first time round too. But not this time.
Looks as if it'll fit into the spirit ring. The marking's the same.
Give it a go.
We'll give it a go.
Complete the ring. Complete the ring.
Oh, I will. Don't worry, I'm just going to stand here so that we can do that. Let's combine these items.
So, the ring is now complete.
And these should all lift up. Meaning pretty much that we don't need to worry about these anymore, which is good. That was a potentially very, very dangerous puzzle. That is now gone. And in fact, we have now dealt with all of the puzzles in the realm of Raquia. They have all been dealt with. There's not much more we can do here at the moment. What we need to do is use the spirit ring. We need to use the spirit ring to actually complete this challenge. And this is not going to be a nice final test. Let's do it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? What is the worst indeed?
Hey. The ring. Well done, Adam. You have successfully completed the trials. The key of tears is yours.
Key of Tears.
We have the Key of Tears, which is good because it's a very important item.
The Key of Tears. Rather a work of art, wouldn't you say?
And then some.
Indeed. Let's talk about it.
Well, we've got the Key of Tears. Now what?
Rescue Hawk?
Maybe. Let's hope this is all worthwhile. I hope we aren't sticking our necks out for nothing.
Oh, we most certainly are not sticking our necks out for nothing. Rescuing Hawk is a...
Well, we've got the Key of Tears. Now what?
Rescue Hawk?
Well, we just had that conversation, but hey, let's have that conversation again. But yes, we have to now go and rescue Hawk, which unfortunately involves going all the way back to the sarcophagus in the library back in the house. We also now need to actually get through all this again. There should, however, be a pretty easy way to deal with this, if memory serves. I think, anyway. I think we could go that way round. I think we could. Yeah, I think we can jump this way. And then jump this way, and then sort of get our way back, like this. We are getting hurt a little, but that's okay. When the alternative is basically navigating all the way through and then going the other way around, not so good. I don't even know if we actually have to do it this way around. We could just go around that way and go up those stairs, but I'm gonna see if we can do this without even so much as nudging Raysiel out of his sleep. There we go! Excellent. Also, I'm now going to equip our weapons for no particular reason. There are a lot of enemies on our way out. Yeah, there weren't any enemies on the way in, so to speak. There are a lot on the way out. Because something has changed here. The situation has become different. And as such, we are going to be hunted within the actual maze and the way out, which isn't so great. Fortunately, the guard dog's not going to be a problem. We pretty much dealt with that. Which way do we want to go? This way? We're sort of heading in a big circle, just like I did before. But I think this leads to the way out. Yep, this looks like the way out. Excellent. Let's go. There we go. No real problem here. Let's go. And, fortunately, it opens on the way out. Now what we need to do is we need to navigate out of the maze. Pretty sure we can do that quite capably, but let's consult the map anyway. Don't want to get lost! So we head out this way, and then we want to head up. And I think I can pretty reliably get out of here. But we will keep consulting the map anyway. There are more enemies. Pretty sure they don't appear at this point, but they will most certainly appear. I hope I've gone the right way here. I think I have. Pretty sure I've gone the right way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've gone the right way here. No enemies just yet, though. Just yet. The game is a little generous in making you think that you got away with just getting out of it. I did not even know that was a thing. Or rather, I didn't remember that that was a thing. For a moment there, I thought an enemy would literally just pop out of nowhere and try and kill us, but no. We actually want to go this way. We want to go this way so that we can get out of here. There we go. I think this pretty much is the route out. This way? I think so. Yep, we've got out of the maze. And that's good. What's not good is that there's going to be a lot of enemies out here. There's going to be a lot of enemies. They haven't appeared just yet. There's one. There's one. There's actually two here. We need to equip another weapon here. There we go. There are quite a few enemies that are going to be attacking us now. And there is another enemy that's actually trying to shoot us. Where from? There? Yes, there. You see him? The far distance. The far... Oh! I was a little too close for comfort. The very far distance. Fortunately, we can get a shot off here. Like that. We might want to actually use this weapon instead. There we go. Should deal with him. There we go. Took a few hits, but we have plenty of healing potions. Might be a good idea to use one now, actually. We got one in the actual area where we got that rainbow crystal. But yes, there are a lot of enemies that are now going to appear. Fortunately, that was only two, but we still need to work our way out of here. Perhaps equipping this weapon might be a better idea. It does recharge faster. Let's be very careful. Very careful. That was 3 enemies, which is actually, I think, the largest amount of that enemy in any one location. It's not just going to be them, though. There are going to be other enemies. None here just yet. I think there are some when we go this way round. Down here and around. There are none in that little area over there. Oh, you see that there? That was an enemy. That was a few enemies. We could not fight them. That is an option. We could just not fight them. But we might as well fight them. Why not? There we go, we got hit there, unfortunately. Need to be a little careful. Just a little. Hello! How are you? I can deal with you. There's only one of you, there's many of me. And by many of me, I mean there's also one of me, and we are actually getting flanked. Got to be a little careful. Why did I say that there was many of me? There's only one of us. Perhaps we might want to start using the, ooh, careful. We can easily back out here. It's mainly the pistol shots that are actually the most dangerous part here. Fortunately, this gun is actually pretty good at taking care of them. 1 or 2 shots? I don't know if that actually hit. But backing out here is not a terrible idea. Yep, that enemy is gone. Which is good. We can probably finish this one off soon. Need a little bit more firepower. Will this do it? That will not do it just yet. Also, I do not know if that shot that the enemy actually shot into the back of the other one actually did anything. It might have done. That is 1 down. Excellent. We have another yet to deal with behind. Hello! Have some magic staff! And then have some dagger. Here we go. Not at all sure if this gun actually does anything to these enemies. Might do. Might do. Oh, careful. These enemies are far easier to deal with than the other ones that actually have pistols. Because the pistols actually can hit much more reliably. There we go. We can very quickly sneak around here if we're careful. There we go. 4 charge on the staff. Dealt with. Excellent. Let's move on, shall we? Oh, hello! There had to be another one of you, didn't there? Oh, why did I back up into that? Wonders will never cease. That's a little better. Fortunately, this pretty reliably charges. We are sort of backing ourselves into a corner, though. That is really not good. Excellent. 1 more dealt with. Let's move on, shall we? Ow, we got hit a bit. Hello, there's another one! There's a lot of you. There are a lot of you. I think we'll actually just let our weapons charge for the moment. This is the advantage of having the weapons that don't require ammunition, because these enemies pretty much soak up the shotgun and pistol shots. There are other enemies which they do work on still, and we will doubtless be using them at some point. It's certainly not the end for the pistol and the shotgun. There we go. And a little bit more. Oh, fully charged. There we go. Much better. Let's try and get out of here, shall we? That was a bit of... There is another one, isn't there? Just one? Just one. If memory serves, there are actually a lot of enemies on the way out here. And there are only these 2 types, too. It's only these walking enemies and the ones with pistols. Here we go. Line up another shot. Excellent. Pretty much fully charged. And not fully charged yet, but it'll do. Perhaps it's, this gun actually does do something. Well, if I can kill one of them with it, that proves it. That proves it. So far, haven't been able to kill one with this yet. Or I just haven't remembered that I did. Oh no, it does work. Definitely works, because that killed that enemy there. Excellent. The flintlock isn't useless. It, in fact, is proving itself to be more and more useful every single time I try and disprove that it, in fact, is useful. Curse you, gun, and your usefulness! Let's see if we can get out of here. There's still a little more we need to do. Mainly, we need to get actually to the mantle stone, which is this way. There are more enemies down here, if memory serves. Quite a few. But we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Nearly out. Nearly safe. Not nearly enough, though. Nothing here. But I think round the corner there most certainly is. Oh! Behind us? No. Not behind us. Fortunately, we should be able to Alf's dagger one of these. That is if we don't miss. That seems like a good thing not to do. Fortunately, you can actually, I'm just discovering now, or rediscovering rather, you can avoid the pistol shots if you move. Maybe they do have a travel time. You just can't see it as clearly. That would be nice. It seems to be the case. But those two have been pretty capably dealt with. And mostly with the flintlock. We're nearly out, though. Nearly. Any more enemies? A few? No? Would seem not. Excellent. Let's get out of here, before things get even more dangerous.
Combine the face with the soul traveler. Become as one to walk the tower. Know that you stand before the tower and possess the right of passage.
Indeed we do. And because we're actually in another realm, we actually have to put the mask back on to get out. And so, without further ado, let's do so. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be an enemy nearby. No? I always thought there'd be an enemy nearby, but maybe I'm wrong. So, when we come back, folks, we'll continue to, basically head back to Heled and, try and get to the, locking question that we are going to use, we're going to unlock with the Tea of Keers, to release Hawk. Let's hope that releasing Hawk is worth it, shall we? So, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.